Hello, welcome to Grow With Me. My name is Michelle and Happy New Year. Because if you're looking at this today, it should be either January 1st or January 2nd. But I am taping this on 1:25 a.m. Eastern Time on January 1st. And today I'm going to show you my favorite mentions for 2025. Let's take a look. Okay, so the first plant we're going to start with, because I know I'm a Hoya head and I love my Hoyas, I'm going to save the Hoyas for last. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the plants that brought me joy. This was very difficult to narrow this down. I got so confused that I just was like, okay, I just grabbed up some plants that they do bring me joy. Are they my favorite? Yes, they are. So let's take a look at the first one I'm going to talk about is the red dragon. It's an aglaonema. I have it watered because when I took it out, it was very dry, very dry. So this is the aglaonema red dragon. I've had it for maybe about 2 or 3 months. It's doing very well. I have it, of course, in my sea clear pot, right? In my aroid mix, my soilless, my DIY mix. Um, and I think this plant is so beautiful. Look at the colors. So beautiful. This is the aglaonema red dragon. I believe that's what it is. If it isn't, of course, I'm going to put the name up here, right? Um, so I'll definitely make sure it is the aglaonema red dragon. Because, a lot of aglaonemas, they look alike, right? And they get a little bit, sometimes it gets, for people who are not, into aglaonemas or new, I should say new to aglaonemas, it gets a little bit confusing. Okay, now this one I know what it is. It's an aglaonema sparkling Sarah. I made sure I had the name. But look at it. This is gorgeous too. And it reminds me of the other one. But it does remind me of the other one, but it's slightly different. This is a sparkling Sarah in my clear pot. Look at the beautiful roots. Look at the beautiful roots. Look at it. Yeah, baby. It's gorgeous. It's doing very well. Giving me new leaves, right? This one in here, it's new. This this leaf is a new leaf, right? It has some other new ones coming up, but it's doing very well. It has grown immensely. And look at the pink, beautiful, beautiful pink stems. This is such a gorgeous, I love this plant. I look at it all the time. Love it. The aglaonema sparkling Sarah. I think this has 1, 2, 3, 4 plants in here. But when I purchased it, I only purchased, it came like this. I didn't buy more than one plant and, potted it together. It came just like this. And all I did was repot it. Okay. The next plant is going to be surprising to you. So that's two aglaonemas. And then again, I have a begonia. This begonias grow like crazy. I got this in a trade on Facebook. Someone gave this to me, two-leaf cutting, about a month ago, right? Early December, maybe not even a full month. Look at it. Look at it. Flowers. It's flowering. Look how beautiful this plant is. Look at the flowers. Look at the flowers. Look how big and full it's growing. In a minute, I'm going to have to chop it up. But it's flowering all over the place. All over. Look at the flowers. Here. Here. This is, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is an not an aglaonema, begonia Sinbad. I will have the name on the screen. But look how beautiful this plant has amazed me. Amazed me. I only have maybe about 4 or 5 begonias. I just started getting into begonias. Even after anthuriums and alocasia, I'm not doing alocasia anymore. I can't do it. But even after anthuriums, I started to get into begonias, right? I don't have many. Like I said, I only have like 4. But this was given to me a cut, and I traded it for, I think, a Matilde cutting. But look how beautiful. The begonia Sinbad. She gave me 2 leaves. It was a 2-leaf cutting. And look, in less than a month. I do have this in a cabinet because it was a cutting and I didn't know, I wanted to make sure that it got humidity, and I'm new to begonias, so I'm learning, I'm researching, I'm looking at YouTubers who have begonias to see how to take care of them. But I think it's doing lovely. All the flowers on this plant, beautiful. I love this plant. Then this is another one. I've shown you this before. This is a philodendron. No, my bad. It's not a philodendron. It's a Scindapsus aurea, right? And when I got it, it had these 2 little bitty leaves down here. It has given me this new leaf. This was the first new leaf. Then it gave me this leaf. And it's coming out with another leaf right here. So it's doing very well. And I love this plant. I love the colors that it's given me. And it's different colors. It's not the same. But look, this is a half moon. Isn't it gorgeous? I have Scindapsus. I have a Scindapsus exotica. And I think I have a Argyrius. But this is so different. It's so beautiful. I can't wait for it to get fuller and to have a whole pot. It's beautiful. Okay, so those are the plants that are not Hoyas. So let's get into the Hoyas, right? So the first Hoya I'm going to talk about is a Hoya that you have seen before on my channel, but I really was so terrified to get this Hoya because I'm thinking I'm going to kill it. I heard so many people talk that it's tricky, it's difficult. They bought it more than one time, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill this plant. I'm going to kill this plant. But I got it because it is a beautiful plant. And it has done amazing in my care. And that is the Hoya Hushkiliana variegated. Look how much it has grown for me. When I got this plant, it was just the top. It didn't have any of this. None of this. It was just here. I probably have had this plant maybe about 5 months now. And it has grown and keeps on. I ignore this plant. I don't hover over it. I do look at it because it's so pretty. Look at the new leaves that's coming in at the tip. Look at the new leaves. So where you see the little pink, that's new leaves, the little pink. Then I have some new leaves coming inside. So it's getting even fuller. I don't know if you can see it, but I have teeny little leaves in there. But look at how much this plant is growing. I leave it alone. It's right underneath. It's not in a cabinet. It's hanging outside in ambient conditions. I water it when it's dry. I think, did I just water this? I think I did. I just watered this because they were all dry. Look at the roots. Look at the roots. Oh, look at the roots on this plant. I just water it. I leave it alone. It's right underneath a grow light. It's hanging off of a shelf underneath the grow light. And it's giving me all this new growth. Every time I look at it, there's always a new leaf, couple of leaves coming out. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gives me no problem. Look at 1, 2, 3. Look at all the new. This is new leaves. All this is new. All of that is new and more. Every time I look at it, there's leaves everywhere coming out on this plant. Look how beautiful. Look how it's giving me so much. Even from the last time that I showed you this plant, I have to look for the video. It has grown. It has grown. Okay, I don't think this was here. This wasn't here. This is a new sprout coming out. Look at it. Tell me this plant isn't a sexy plant. Look at it. Tell me. If you can tell me this isn't, if you don't think this is sexy, something's wrong with you. Beautiful. The Hoya Hushkiliana. Okay, so my next one, I'm not sure if I've shown you this plant before. This is my Hoya globulosa. Look, okay, now let me tell you the story about this. I purchased this plant and it was doing well. I had it in the cabinet behind me, my mills were wide. It was doing good. I think it was even growing. It was no problem. All of a sudden, it started to take a turn for the worst. I don't know why, but I noticed it. And I've gotten really, really better as a plant parent. So what I've learned is that as soon as I noticed that it was taking a downward turn, I snatched it out and I chopped it up. Because I'm like, I'm not losing this plant. I love this plant. I love the fuzziness on the underside. It's like cotton. It's so fuzzy. I love this plant. And I took it and I chopped it up. Because it was like maybe one vine, one long vine. I chopped it up. And this is why it's looking so full. And I rooted it in water. It It rooted very easily, very quickly. And then once it got enough roots, I put it in pond. And if you can see, it's in a self-watering situation. I don't know if you can see the, look at the roots. Okay, so it's been doing really well, really well. Um, all this is new growth. The ones that's sticking up, all of this is new growth. All of this is new growth. This is new growth. Okay, so it has given me a lot of new growth, looking nice and full. My Hoya globulosa. Okay, how many we got? Okay, I'm going to show you one that you have seen many times recently because I love this plant so much. And this is my Hoya compacta variegated. I think even since I've shown this to you, I think it has grown even more. I really do think that it has grown even more. This was not here the last time I showed it, this leaf. It was all white and pink. It was all pink. And this has grown, where is it? This is new. So I'm wondering if this part, I have to look back, but it is branching off over here, as you can see. But this plant gives me so much joy. Again, I was terrified to get a compactor because everybody talks about if it gets bugs, if it gets mealies, it's very difficult to clean. Knock on wood. So far, I haven't had any problems. I do spray it. I spray it. I spray my plants to just be preventive. You know, I have my DIY pest control spray. Is this a new leaf? Pest control spray where that I use, and so far not a problem. But look how beautiful this plant is. And when I got it, it was up here. It didn't have all of this. Okay, look how beautiful. And I got this in May, so 8 months. But give it a lot of light. A lot of people, oh, it's a slow grower. I have not found that to be the case. Every time I look, it's giving me new leaves. Look, I even have some new leaves in here. You see the dark pink? This pink here, right here, new leaf. Beautiful. I'm waiting for this part here to grow too. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. My Hoya compacta variegated. Give it a lot of light. I have it right underneath grow lights. I had to move one of them because it grew and it was touching the light and it got burnt. So I did move that one. So far this one is still okay. It's still, you know, low enough, but it's still underneath the light. And it's been growing wonderfully. Love that plant. Love that plant. Okay. My next one is so I've shown you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 7. I'm trying to show you 10. I'm going to show you Big Mama. You want to see Big Mama? I'm going to show you Big Mama. Big Mama Never disappoints. Never disappoints. When I tell you that I have gotten this plant and it has taken off and has bloomed for me numerous times. It's probably one of the only Hoyas that has bloomed repeatedly, and every time this plant is my trooper, my OG, okay? And that is my Hoya chicken farm. Look at this beast. Look at it. I'm going to show you the peduncles. I think it's about to bloom again. It's about to bloom again. I can tell that it's about to bloom again. This plant gives me, I'm going to have to chop it. This is a new leaf. You can tell it's darker. This is a new leaf. Okay. This is a new leaf. This is a new leaf. And I showed you this is a new leaf, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new leaves. This, look, this is a new leaf coming up. This is a new leaf here, this baby leaf. This is another baby leaf here. And look at the peduncle. Look at the peduncle. It's about to bloom. It's good. It's budding. And there is another peduncle that's budding here, and it's going to bloom again too. See it there? But this plant here, ooh, baby, is a beast. It's a, oh, there's another peduncle here too, but is this a peduncle? I don't know if this is a peduncle. It may be. But those two have bloomed for me, and they're about to bloom. They're about to bloom again. You see? Now tell me if this is not a sexy plant. Sexy big mama. Okay? Look at the size of it. And it's not stopping. It's not stopping. The leaves are big and beautiful. Big and beautiful. My Hoya chicken farm. Okay. Now, these plants, you may have seen them in unboxings, but I really have not shown them. But I do have been looking at these plants because this is soft too. Now this plant, this is a Hoya tangamus. Another veiny Hoya. Love them. It reminds me of my Clemensiorum a little bit. Clemensiorum is more textured. But underneath this, you would not think it would be like felt. It feels like felt. It's so soft. It's so soft. So when I got this, it had these two leaves, I believe, this one and this one. It has given me 2 more leaves, have grown. This is the last one. They have grown in my care. So it's doing well. I have this in this little, is there any roots? There's small roots. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Can you see the roots? But the Hoya tangimus, new to me, but it's growing lovely. Okay, and last, this is my 10th plant. Last but not least is, oh my goodness. You saw this in the unboxing, and I was complaining that when I got it, it was damaged because the leaf was so big and it was bent in the box that it cracked. And I told you that I put tape on it. The tape is still there. And I was praying on this leaf and on this leaf. This cracked too. You see how big the leaf is? It cracked right up here. Look, it's still cracked. But I put tape on it to hold it together and prayed that. So when I got it, it had 4 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this was the only one that wasn't damaged because this is cracked a little bit too, but it didn't crack all the way, right? 4 leaves. Look at what it has done. 4 leaves. So it has given me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 leaves. Look at the color. This is the Hoya latifolia silver, Indonesia. I love the variegation on this plant. I check on it all the time. I look at it all the time. Look at the beautiful variegation on this plant. The Hoya latifolia silver, Indonesia. This plant gives me so much joy. So much joy. I love it. I truly love it. Look how beautiful it is. Tell me. If you tell me this is not beautiful, something's wrong with you. Fast grower. Look how big. I got it with 4 leaves. Maybe I have to look and see when I did that video. So it has to have been like maybe it's given me 10 leaves in maybe 3 months, 2 months. All this has grown in the last couple of months. I haven't had it that long. Look how beautiful. So these are the 10 Hoyas for 2025. I have an honorable mention because I really thought this plant was not going to do anything for me. I even treated it with sulfur in case it had flat mites because I was so terrified that this plant, because I have a silver lady that has 2 leaves and has had 2 leaves for just now. It's probably going to be a year. It's just sitting there. Nothing's wrong with it. I've treated it with sulfur. I've sprayed it down. I've checked the roots. I've given it this. I've given it that. I've sprayed it with fertilizer spray. It's still 2 leaves. And I thought I was going to have a problem with this particular plant. Let me get it for you. My Matildas. This is my Hoya Silver Dollar. It's a new plant to me. Probably in my last haul. And so I've only had it maybe, when did I stop buying plants? I think I got this in October. In October, I got this when I went to Dallas Plant Con. I picked it up from Succulents Empire. And I'm like, oh my God, please don't tell me it's a silver dollar. It's going to only give me, stay with 2 leaves. I sprayed it with sulfur. I did everything, checked, repotted it, and I realized last week that I had a new leaf. I almost busted into tears. And look, and new leaves, other leaves are coming out. Look at it. When I tell you that I got so emotional, you would think that somebody was having a baby. I got so emotional that this plant that I thought would not do anything for me gave me a new leaf and a vine, a stem with and more, and wait a minute, one, two, four new leaves on top, four baby leaves. This is my honorable mention. I love you, baby. I love you and thank you. I am so happy that I told you almost brought me to tears. The Hoya Silver Dollar. Look at that beautiful leaf it gave me. And it hasn't it's still very, very soft. So you know it's going to get way larger, right? It just came out last week. Look at it. So happy. So those are my plans for 2025. And I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone. 2025 was a very difficult year for me. You know, very difficult. I'm hoping that 2026 is better. I am grateful that I'm here to see 2026. I'm very grateful. Um, I lost my mother in January of 2025, 2 weeks into the new year, very suddenly. So it's been a hard year. It's been a very difficult year. It was a difficult holiday season. When you lose someone very close to you, you know, I'm fighting a fungus gnats. When you lose someone very close to you, um, when holidays come or birthdays or it's like, oh, it's your first birthday without your mother, or your first Easter without your mother or your father, whoever it is, your husband, your sister, whoever it is, your loved one that you've lost. It really takes a toll on you mentally and emotionally. And I have to say, I really do have to give credit and thanks for me having plants, because I really feel that plants kept me sane. You know, um, I had good days and bad days, like everybody, but I really do believe that it was taking care of my plants that made it a little bit easier. Um, I wanted to do a video, and I might talk about it more. I would need to do a repot and chat video, because I want to talk about relationships and your relationships with plants, and how it it it's similar to the relationships you have with people and in life, right? And we'll talk about that more. But I just wanted to thank everyone for, sometimes you don't know the impact that you have on people's lives, right? You see people going and coming in their daily life and smiling or saying good morning to you, but you don't know what they're going through, right? Nobody knows what someone else is going through in their life. This life we're living, it's not easy. It's not for the weak, right? It's not for the weak. And you never know. Give people grace. Give people grace because you don't know what someone is going through. And maybe they don't want to talk about it. And that's okay. Have compassion, have empathy, and give people grace because you never know what someone else is going through. And I want to thank you for being here for me and with me in 2025. And I hope that we continue to be there for each other in 2026. Okay? Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.